Last week I was invited by Saalbach Hinterglemm to visit the skiing region, and I've seen a lot of iPhones dying in the cold due to the already known battery issue. This somehow inspired me to do another iPhone replica review of the new iPhone 7 clones in Saalbach. But are those very cheap knockoffs really worth it? Let's go and let's find it out. Well, I've got this clone from cctshop.com, it's a Chinese company. They sell it as the WePhone i7, and they have the normal version and the Plus version. Both phones are exactly the same as the GooPhone replicas. The normal version comes with an MTK6735 quad-core and the Plus version with the MTK6580 quad-core. Both have a base clock at 1.3 GHz, starting at 8 GB of ROM and 1 GB of RAM, and all that for around 110 to 140 euro. These replicas come in a box that looks almost like the real box, and even has a serial number and more on the back. Also the accessories look the same, but you definitely notice the lower quality of the headphones and the cables. Also, I would definitely replace the charger, since those chargers usually do not exactly follow the CE guidelines. From the outside, the phone looks like a real iPhone with some small differences, but has basically the same dimensions, and you can also use a real iPhone case. If you just see it, you almost won't notice the difference. But if you hold it in your hands, you will notice that it's a bit lighter and the materials feel not that premium, and also some differences regarding the camera lens and build quality. The aluminum is thinner and it's not that stable, and the home button also feels kinda awkward. The button also has haptic feedback, so vibration, but the vibration feels strange and weak and also a bit delayed. But it's stunning that this phone comes with a rear fingerprint scanner that works pretty good too. They also managed to make Android Lollipop feel like iOS. It's really crazy, and they got everything right there. Also for the setup, it asks you to connect to iTunes, but well, you need to skip that. If you never had an iPhone before, you really can be fooled. But this heavy customization also comes with a lot of bugs. The Play Store is crashing, the camera sometimes force closes, some apps are not running, etc. The App Store symbol opens up the Play Store, and on both I had issues with updating the apps. But well, that bug also existed on older clones and it's still not fixed. Also the UI lags, and it's not that smooth as on the real iPhones or other phones in this price range, because we got here low-end hardware with a heavy theme on the top of Android. Both phones have a 2 megapixel front and an 8 megapixel rear camera. On the Plus version, the second lens is a dummy lens, and portrait mode is just a different cropped image. The camera produces not really good pictures. Sharpness is almost okay, but the colors are totally washed out. And the color tone is totally wrong. Especially on the front-facing camera, I got a purple tint and very blurry pics. Videos are recorded in 720p and, wait for it, with only 15 FPS. So video mode is totally crappy and lags a lot. I took such great videos of the beautiful mountains in Saalbach and also of people paragliding there, which was by the way amazing. But the videos from the phone, they looked really bad and laggy. I had so many iPhone clones, and really you shouldn't trust any channel who hypes those clones, Mr. Who's the Boss, and says that the camera is actually decent. Trust me guys, it isn't. So for sure all main features of the real iPhone are not in the fake one, like Siri, Force Touch and more, because it's a low-end Android phone stuffed in an iPhone chassis. Connectivity is fine, and finally they managed to get the antennas right. And Wi-Fi and 3G, 4G, GPS was working like a charm. So I also tried GPS in the mountains and it was quite okay, but the app did lag. They both should run a 2500 mAh battery, but actually I could barely get a day of usage. That's probably the heavy theme which puts more workload on the CPU, which reduces the battery life, but also I think the 2500 mAh are not true, because I took it apart and the battery is really thin. I really would like to see those clones run stock Android and come with an upgraded camera, which maybe would improve the battery life and the overall usability. The performance is limited with 1 GB of RAM. But some of the games do run fine, some not. For sure this phone is not intended for gaming, but light games will run okay, also some 3D games. As always, the speaker is teeny and flat, and the headphones included are not really good. And original headphones, they did work on my clone, that's interesting. So it's really cool to see that they still produce one-to-one replicas and that they can be that easily imported to Europe. So far I would not recommend to use this as a main phone. And trust me, I'm not saying this because I can't afford a real one or two or three, but I'm saying this because even for that money you can get a better phone from CCT shop like a Xiaomi Redmi that will be 10 times better and faster than this. So please don't believe other reviewers telling you that those clones are anywhere close to the real iPhone or perfect phones for your daily life. There are great brands from China, also low budget brands, Vivo, some Xiaomi phones, so you can get decent phones for a low amount of money, and I think it's not a good idea to just buy an iPhone clone that other people think you have money and you have an iPhone, because if you have to deal with it on a daily basis, it gets really annoying and slows down your whole life. So stay tuned for another review and a camera comparison we shot in Saalbach, and I really enjoyed my skiing holiday there and I had a really great time, so check it out on Flow's Instagram down below in the description, and make sure that you like this video if it was helpful and subscribe that you don't miss any upcoming reviews. I'm Steven from Tech Magnet, and that was another fake check video. Have a nice day and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.